If you want to be taken seriously, stop saying these three things immediately. You might be sabotaging your own confidence without even realizing it. Ever felt like you're trying your best to sound confident, yet somehow people don't seem to take you seriously? Believe it or not, it often boils down to a few simple phrases that creep into our vocabulary without us noticing. And for professional women, these seemingly small language choices can make a massive difference in how others perceive our confidence and authority. Today, I'm going to break down the three phrases that confident people never say, and what they use instead to communicate self-assurance and influence. You're busy, you're professional, and you want your voice to hold weight, right? But here's the problem. Certain phrases, even ones we use out of politeness or habit, can completely undermine our intentions. They might make us come across as unsure, overly apologetic, or even self-doubting. And the worst part? We often don't even realize it. So let's dig into these three common phrases and explore why they're holding us back. By the end of this video, you'll have practical alternatives that will help you sound more assertive, confident, and capable without changing who you are. Apologizing has its place. If we've genuinely made a mistake, a sincere apology is powerful. But when we start sentences with "I'm sorry, but," or "sorry to bother you," we're essentially putting ourselves on the back foot before we've even begun. It tells people my presence or my opinion might be an inconvenience to you. It can also subtly imply a lack of confidence in our right to speak or ask questions. Replace "I'm sorry, but," with a direct, respectful approach. For example, and instead of saying, "I'm sorry, but can I ask a question?" try, "I have a question." And or instead of "sorry to interrupt," and say "I need a moment of your time." Starting without an apology conveys that you have a valid reason to be there. Your time, questions, and input are valuable. Confident people know they don't need to shrink or apologize for asserting themselves. And when you adopt this mindset, it encourages others to see you as someone who belongs at the table. Have you ever caught yourself saying, "I think we should," or "I think this might work," when sharing an idea? While it may feel polite or non-confrontational, the phrase "I think" can make your statement sound tentative and watered down. It suggests uncertainty, even if you're completely confident about your opinion. And in a professional setting, this one tiny phrase can make a big difference in how seriously people take you. Instead of "I think," try going straight to the point. For example, instead of "I think this is a good strategy," say "This is a good strategy." Or replace "I think we should proceed with" "we should proceed with." By dropping the phrase "I think," you're presenting your ideas with more conviction. Confident people trust their opinions enough to simply state them. And in doing so, they communicate certainty, which makes others more likely to listen and respect their viewpoint. When you finish explaining something and add, "Does that make sense?" it might feel like a friendly way to check in with the other person. But often it signals insecurity, as if we're doubting whether we explained ourselves clearly enough. It can make it sound like we're seeking validation rather than standing firmly behind our own words. Instead of asking, "Does that make sense?" try using an alternative that invites discussion without undermining your confidence. Try, "Let me know if you'd like any clarification." Or simply say, "What are your thoughts?" Phrasing it this way shows you're confident in what you said and are open to hearing the other person's thoughts. Confident people know that they don't need to doubt their explanations. They invite feedback without putting themselves down in the process. Now imagine how powerful you'll sound with these adjustments. You're no longer apologizing for taking up space, doubting your own ideas, or questioning your ability to explain yourself. Instead, you're standing firm, knowing your voice deserves to be heard and your presence valued. So there you have it. 3 phrases to drop and the alternatives that exude confidence. Remember, confidence is often about small adjustments in the way we communicate. These subtle changes in your language will make a big difference in how others perceive your authority and confidence. If you found these tips helpful, make sure to subscribe for more on building unstoppable confidence.